Let's get right into a story about a woman who is absolutely not who she seems, a past that just refuses to stay buried, and a trap so perfectly set, even the master trapper doesn't see it coming.
Think about that for a second. This is how our main character lives her life now. She's normal, average, invisible. But that whole persona, it's a lie, a carefully built mask for a woman with two very, very different faces.
So you've got these two sides of the same coin, right? On one side, there's Mary. She's the meek admin assistant who wouldn't say boo to a goose. But you flip that coin over, and you get Simone, a cunning, dangerous, and very much wanted woman who is an absolute master of deception. And that's the core of our story. These two women at war inside one body.
All right, so let's set the scene. We're in the present day, 2 years after, after something big happened that forced her to just completely disappear. She's built an entirely new identity from scratch, Mary Spencer.
And you have to appreciate the detail here. This isn't just a fake name, it's an entire life. She's got the boring job, the quiet little house. She even has James, her first proper boyfriend. Every single piece is designed to be camouflage, to make sure no one ever looks twice. But here's the thing. How long can that really last, you know? A life built on lies is like a house of cards. One little gust of wind and the whole thing comes tumbling down. And that first crack, it comes from the most ordinary place imaginable. Her friend from work, Kathy. Kathy tearfully confesses that she thinks her husband is cheating on her. And just like that, it's like a ghost from Mary's past just walked right into the room. All those old skills she tried so hard to bury are suddenly scratching to get out. And you can just feel the pressure in this quote, can't you? To her friend, Mary is just a shoulder to cry on. But inside, Simone, the expert on cheating husbands, is absolutely screaming. The effort of just being Mary is becoming almost impossible to handle. Okay, to really get what's going on, to understand the danger she's in and the danger she is, we need to hit rewind. We've got to go back and meet the woman she was before all this. We need to meet the real Simone. See, Simone wasn't your typical private investigator. Oh no. Her business was something else entirely. First, she'd get you cold, hard, undeniable proof of the affair. But her real specialty, the thing you paid extra for, was crafting a personalized, public, and always devastating revenge. And she was a pro. She had this process, and it was basically an art form. Step 1, the truth. She was relentless. Step 2, the plan. This is where she got creative. Every revenge was a unique masterpiece. And finally, step 3, the execution. It was always precise, always theatrical, and it always left the cheater completely exposed. I mean, get this. There was this one guy, Kieran. His girlfriend hired Simone. So at his own surprise birthday party, in front of all his friends and family, Simone puts on this sweet little photo montage, which then cuts to crystal clear photos of Kieran with another woman. Total, absolute humiliation. This is the woman Mary is trying to keep locked away. But, you know, when you play with fire, with people's lives and emotions, eventually you're going to get burned. Her very dangerous game was about to cross a line into something much, much darker. And this is where everything spirals. It starts with a piece of devastating news. Years after that whole birthday party incident, Simone finds out that her client, Michelle, has taken her own life. The shame and the heartbreak from what Kieran did, it just never went away. For Simone, this changes everything. And just like that, this isn't a job anymore. This is personal. Simone sees Michelle's death as a direct result of Kieran's actions, and she decides he has to pay. This isn't revenge for a client. This is her own brand of justice. So she tracks him down. The plan is just to confront him, to make him hurt the way Michelle hurt. But the confrontation gets heated, things get physical, a struggle breaks out, and by the time it's over, Kieran is dead. And in a heartbeat, the game is over. She's not a revenge specialist anymore. She's a murderer on the run. There's only one option: vanish. She has to shed her entire identity. The name, the look, the confidence, all of it. Simone has to die so Mary can be born. And that brings us right back where we started. 2 years of peace. 2 years of being Mary. But a new betrayal is about to wake up the killer she's tried so hard to forget. And you just can't make this stuff up, right? The ultimate irony. The woman who built her entire career on exposing cheaters discovers her own so-called proper boyfriend is sleeping with her boss, Clarissa. In that single moment, all her hard work to be Mary just evaporates. Simone is back. And let me tell you, when Simone wakes up, she does not mess around. For Clarissa, it starts simple. A dose of laxatives right before a huge meeting. Then she frames her for stealing charity money. And for James? Oh, she sets him up perfectly, baits him into driving after a few drinks, and then makes a little anonymous call to the cops. She's back in her element.
So her enemies are ruined. She's won. She's walking into that final confrontation feeling on top of the world. But she's forgotten the #1 rule of the game she invented. Always, always check for a hidden trap. She walks right into Clarissa's house, lays it all out, and just savors her victory. Their careers are in flames, their affairs exposed. It's the perfect win. She turns to leave, the triumphant victor, opens the front door, and bam, it's over. The street is flooded with police cars.
And here is the absolute masterstroke. It was never Mary's game. It was Clarissa's, all along. Months ago, Mary made one tiny mistake. She accidentally wrote her real name, Simone, on an office raffle ticket. That made Clarissa suspicious. A quick Google search later, she realizes her quiet admin is a wanted murderer. So she contacts James, tells him everything, and they build the trap together. The affair? Totally fake. All of it was a performance designed to bait Simone out of hiding and get her to confess, all while the police were listening in. The hunter was being hunted the entire time.
But the wildest thing happens when she's in prison. She's not panicking, she's not broken, she's relieved. The exhausting, draining job of pretending to be Mary is finally over. She's been caught, but in this really twisted way, she's finally free to just be Simone again. So what do we take away from all this? I mean, Simone, the master of uncovering lies, was taken down by an even better lie. It kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? In a game of pure deception, maybe victory doesn't go to the strongest or the smartest. Maybe it just goes to whoever tells the most convincing story.